Summer has officially started, and that means a lot of people are planning their vacations and pool parties, but this is also a perfect time to boost your income. If you're a student or a teen, summer often means taking time off from school, or maybe you're an adult who gets to take advantage of Summer Fridays at your workplace.
Oh, wow, okay. All right, let's all go home, come on.
Point being is, why not put some of that extra time to work? I started my very first side hustle almost 2 decades ago, and I even wrote a book about my side hustle journey and how I became a millionaire in the process. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my best side hustle recommendations to get started with right now. So maybe you're looking to save up for a major goal or just looking to have some extra cash on hand. The right side hustle can make a huge difference. And guys, it's also important to acknowledge here that everyone's experience with side hustles is going to be different based on where you live, what your goals are, your own personal circumstances, and things like that. And yes, I will say that some of these side hustles are going to require some good old-fashioned elbow grease to get started with, but they can become a lot more passive once you scale up the business and maybe begin to hire people for different things. But whether you're looking for that laptop lifestyle or something to keep you outdoors, stick around for this whole video because we have something for everyone in this curated list of side hustle ideas. We're also trying to grow the channel, so make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below if you're excited to learn how to make more money. Also, stick around until the very end of the video because we have a bonus side hustle idea that I can almost guarantee you've never heard of before. With that said, let's dive in.
Cannonball!
The first side hustle idea we have on our list is an obvious one, but it shouldn't be overlooked. With more outdoor gatherings happening during the summer, many people are more invested in the upkeep of their lawns, or possibly they're going on vacation, which means they don't really have time for outdoor maintenance. Point being is, many people, including myself, will pay good money to have outdoor landscaping tasks taken care of, such as clipping the grass. I have a pretty big yard, so I pay my landscaper $150 a week, and he has a full-time job, so this is his side hustle. What's great about this option is it's something that can be done right in your neighborhood. That's actually how I got started with this side hustle years ago, was borrowing my dad's push mower and going door to door. Just make sure you look into the necessary insurance, licenses, and permits before diving in. But this side hustle might not be for everyone depending on where you live, as it could be a seasonal opportunity, or maybe you don't want to be operating loud equipment all day long. If that's the case, this next idea might just be for you. If you love animals, dog walking is one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways that you can make some extra money during the summer. Most side hustles out there require you to start from scratch. You're going to need to market your services, find clients, book appointments, and all of that. The best part about this side hustle is that there are apps out there that will connect you with people in your local area who are looking for this exact service. Wag is one of the most popular, and this app allows people to book dog walkers and overnight sitters for their pets. As with any side hustle, you get to decide what services you offer, how many clients that you work with, and when you are available. The possibilities here with this side hustle are really endless. It just comes down to your preferences surrounding animals. We actually wrote a full article over on NerdWallet that I'm going to link down below about Rover versus Wag, and these are 2 popular dog walking gig apps. This article found that the average cost for a 20-minute walk is between $12.75 to $19.99 for one dog. In addition, dog sitters on Wag charge between $39 to $59 on average for one dog to sleep over. Just make sure you look into all of the requirements on your own and consider getting formal pet handling training if you decide to go big with this idea. Another great way to make money during the summer is by offering house sitting, and this could also include pet and plant care services too. When people go on vacation, they usually want to know that their home is safe and that, their plants are going to be alive when they get home. And if they have pets, this could possibly even mean multiple visits a day or maybe even a live-in sitter. You'll want to start out by asking your friends and family if they know anybody who is looking to go on vacation. And then, once you get a client, you can look after their house, collect their mail, make sure things look occupied, and take care of whatever it is that they're looking for. This side hustle is an extremely easy one, but it does require a tremendous amount of trust between you and your clients. That's why it's often recommended to start out with people that you know well and then build out from there through referrals. A good way to scale up the earnings potential with this side hustle is to line up multiple homes in the same area whenever possible. According to Urban Sitter, the average daily rate for house sitting in 2024 was $30 to $80, but prices vary based on factors like pets, plants, size of the house, and more. So all it takes here is a couple of clients, and you could easily be making $100 a day or more with this side hustle. Lastly, if they have a good experience with you, they will likely want to use you over and over again, so there's a high potential for repeat business. If you're organized and trustworthy, this side hustle can pay off in a big way. But what if you're not into that type of thing, or maybe you're just allergic to pets? Well, if that's the case, the next side hustle idea might be for you. And guys, if you've gotten any value out of this so far, make sure you subscribe. With special summer moments going on like graduations, weddings, and things like that, many people are looking to capture the memories. If you have a decent camera and a good eye for scenes, poses, and things like that, you can offer photography sessions as a side hustle opportunity. And these days, you can learn about things like lighting, equipment, and pretty much everything else right on YouTube for free. You don't need to be a professional, as many people are just looking for high-quality photos taken at beaches, outdoor festivals, or things like that. Just make sure that you are representing yourself accurately if you are a self-taught photographer or videographer. The rate you can charge is going to depend on your location, experience, but here's some ballpark estimates. As a beginner, you should aim for between $25 to $75 an hour. And if you happen to be a photography student, you can often charge a bit more, typically in the range of $50 to $100 per hour. And guys, it's not uncommon for the top photographers to charge $250 to $500 an hour, but keep in mind they did not get there overnight. Once you get going with this side hustle, you'll want to reinvest your earnings into tripods, professional cameras, and other equipment like that. To find clients, I recommend starting out with friends and family to build out a work history, and then you can share that on social media as well as build out an online portfolio. Even if you have to do some gigs at steep discounts or possibly even for free, this is still going to build your portfolio and get your name out there. The next side hustle idea might be more of a seasonal opportunity, but it could still be a great way to make some extra money during the summer. Event organizers sometimes hire people to help set up tents, sound equipment, and things like that, and then come back later on to help with the teardown. We just threw a big party at my house, rented some tents, tables, and chairs, and sure enough, it was a bunch of teenagers here helping out with this as a side hustle. So don't be afraid to call local tent rental places in your area or event organizers to see if they're looking for extra summer help. And if you're not finding many people offering this service in your area in the first place, well then that could be a good side hustle too. You can invest in things like tables, chairs, tents, and even bouncy houses, and then rent them out on the weekends for parties or whatever people are looking to use them for. If you buy high quality equipment, it will last many seasons, allowing you to continue renting it out and making money from it. Just make sure you look into the insurance requirements and all of that on your own first. The next side hustle idea is one of the oldest in the book, but it still works. During the hot summer months, everyone is looking to cool down, and that's exactly why operating a drink stand or possibly an ice cream stand could be a great opportunity. If you get set up in the right location, such as by a park, nearby community events, or a sports field, you can turn a simple setup into extra cash. Now, I do have to mention that you're probably going to need a permit to operate in most public places, but you might be surprised about how affordable this actually is. You don't need a full-blown food truck to get started, but maybe that's what you eventually scale up to. To start out though, a table, a cooler with some ice, and some basic supplies are going to go a long way. Outside of my local horse racing track, for example, I've seen people selling cold drinks anywhere from $2 to $5 a bottle. So if you price things right and stay consistent, this side hustle could potentially make you a few $100s a day, depending on the foot traffic. Here's another potential side hustle idea that pops off during the summer. During these months, a lot of people are using their pools more often, and this means that they're getting dirty quicker. That's why pool cleaning and maintenance is a high-demand side hustle in most areas during the summer months. If you happen to live in a neighborhood with a lot of backyard pools, this can turn into a steady income stream right in your own backyard. And the added benefit with everyone in the same area is that you can jump from house to house and not have to waste a lot of time on travel. All you really need to do is learn the basics first, which involves skimming leaves, vacuuming debris, brushing walls, and testing and balancing different pool chemicals. And the best way to do that might actually be just going out and working for a pool maintenance company for a little bit before going out and doing this on your own. Once you get the hang of it, each job should take you less than an hour. However, the amount of time that it's going to take and the amount that you can earn is going to depend based on the size of the pool, the location where you are, and the services that you're going to be offering. However, most homeowners pay about $500 per month for pool maintenance services during the summer months. You don't need to invest in a lot of equipment at first, as many homeowners already have a lot of the tools that you need on hand. Just make sure that you show up on time, do a thorough job, and stay consistent. Word often spreads fast when you find someone reliable, and by the end of the summer, you could have a full-blown pool cleaning business. Now, if you happen to be tech savvy or just prefer to spend your time indoors, no judgment here, the last side hustle idea might be for you, and that is flipping or reselling items online. Summer items such as coolers, foldable chairs, beach umbrellas, kayaks, and even camping gear are in high demand during this time of year, but nobody likes to pay full price for these items. And that is where you could potentially come in. You can find gently used items at garage sales, thrift shops, or even new items at the clearance section of different stores, and then clean these things up if they need it and relist them for sale on various websites. If you know what to look for and take good photos, you can potentially flip items for double to triple what you pay for them, especially if you're offering delivery. With a few good finds each week, reselling items can easily turn into a side income stream. Just be careful if you're meeting up with people that you don't know. A general recommendation to stay safe is to make deliveries or meet up with people at a public place like a bank or a grocery store. So as promised, what is this bonus side hustle idea that you've never heard of before? Parking lot maintenance. Hear me out. If you buy the right equipment, such as a line painting machine and possibly driveway sealing equipment, you can make some serious money redoing parking lots for businesses. And for areas where it snows, this is often routine maintenance done on an annual basis. Parking lot maintenance involves visual checks to remove debris, fixing cracks, and restriping is performed every 18 to 24 months. And as far as seal coating goes, that's recommended every 2 to 4 years. But again, in areas where it snows or where they receive a lot of sun, that maintenance interval is often a lot shorter. It's definitely going to be dirty work, but it could potentially be a high-paying opportunity. To give you an idea on roughly how much, estimates for restriping a 30 to 50 car lot range from $300 to $700. Of course, there are material costs like the paint, but the profit margin potential is still quite high here. But that's not how I did it. Instead, after my lawn mowing endeavors as a teenager, I focused on the digital income opportunities. Over the past 9 years, I've put together various income streams that on average make me $583 a day in passive income. Passive income is what most people want at the end of the day. If you want to learn more about my passive income streams and how you can get started with earning passive income, check out my next video and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.